What's going on, guys? Eternal Land back with another episode of Brutally Honest. And in fact, guys, this is the final legendary to cover for Brutally Honest. The Sacred Iron. This is it. No mas. No more. No more Brutally Honest. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. I am going to take this series and plug it into other games that I love that also have legendaries as well, like Horizon Forbidden West. So the series will continue for other games. But one of you guys actually suggested that I do a Brutally Honest per class. So we will at least have four more of those to come out, obviously one for each class. Over the next week or two or so. But as for legendaries, this is the final one. I think this game has 27? I'm probably give or take around that number, right? But yeah, I appreciate you guys, coming out and supporting the channel, supporting any and everything that I post. I know some of my content is not catered for Ghost fans. And that's okay. I've primarily built this channel off of Ghost, but there's only so much I can do with this game, right? Don't worry, I will still continue for those of you that are just here for Ghost. I will still be releasing build videos as well as my all-time favorite builds for each character. That's something I had asked you guys if you would like for me to do like months ago. But I didn't want to put those out too early since I was still releasing builds and still had, builds that I had in mind. So, just stay tuned for that. But again, much appreciated, guys. At the time of recording this video, we're almost at 1,000 subs, which is huge. When I started this channel, I only had like 13 or so. And when I say started this channel, I mean really started this channel. I've had this channel for well over 10 years, but I have not tried to make anything out of it up until this year, around February, where Ghost pretty much went free to play. Or not free to play, but it was free for PlayStation Plus. And some friends of mine, I must thank, which is Swords for Play 7 and Fam Acme, because without them, this channel would not exist. So if you enjoy my content, you've got them to thank. They've really pushed me to, start posting builds and making content for Ghost. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Seems like you have. I wouldn't be at almost 1,000 subs if you didn't. But again, much appreciated. So for the final time for Ghost of Tsushima, the final legendary to cover for Brutally Honest, let's get right into it. Sacred Iron. I gotta be honest, guys. This is an overlooked charm. Um, Even I myself overlooked this charm. Have pretty much since launch, never used it, never cared to use it. Didn't like the idea of being hit to utilize its, special perk. But with the Juggernaut Samurai that I created through one of you, actually, that suggested that I try it out, I got to be honest, this thing is an absolute beast on the Samurai with Spirit Pool, because my God, can you just run in and Moonmaster cancel the shit out of any and everything? Doesn't matter whether it's empowered foes or reduced healing. The Juggernaut build video I made, I think, had reduced healing, and you can just tank shit. It's so stupid how good this works on the Samurai. I'm not sure if I would recommend this for any other class, but you can use any legendary on any class and make it work. Um, but yeah, this thing kicks ass on the Samurai. I really like this thing on my Juggernaut Samurai build. Um, so pretty much what it does, obviously, is enemies that deal melee damage to you have weaken applied to them, and weaken makes them do 25% less damage to you and everyone else, and it also makes them take 25% more damage. Weaken is a huge debuff in this game. Very potent, very powerful. Um, But you know, I never really used it because on Nightmare and you know Plat 7, which I don't recommend this on Plat 7, but you know, on Nightmare, you don't want to get hit, right? So I just never used it. But when I combined everything that I did for my Juggernaut Samurai build, oh boy, does it work amazingly, amazingly well. But yeah, so how I would recommend using this is just boosting your melee and Oni damage as much as you can, and then just run in and Moonmaster cancel anything. If you have ways to heal yourself, you're gonna be okay. But this works extremely well with Blessed Strikes for the Samurai, as you can see that I have there. And Super Armor, that's another thing. Super Armor is kind of like that gold noob type perk, right? Like it's not great. It's not great, but for this particular thing to keep you on them as you're getting hit, and then you combine it with Blessed Strikes, my God, does this combo kick so much ass with this charm? Super recommended for the Samurai. Unfortunately, this is a defense charm, so your damage output is going to be neutered just a little bit, but you'll make up for it with that weakening that you applied to them. Um, so I gotta be honest, if you have sustainable ways to heal and to continue to heal and keep healing, I definitely recommend this. I recommend this with Super Armor and Moonmaster Cancel. If you can't Moonmaster Cancel, Surging Strikes with the Water Katana. Um, if you plan on going full in their face melee, this is going to surprise you. If you haven't checked out my Juggernaut Samurai build, I highly recommend you do so. That build is quite possibly the dumbest build I've ever created. It's unbelievable. I remember I was playing with a friend. Um, Maybe we were doing Plat 7. I think we were doing Plat 7, not to perfect it or anything, just doing it for fun. And you know, my friend was like, "Dude, there's a double Tengu wave or like a triple Tengu wave. Don't go there. I'll go there." And I was like, "Nah, man, I got this shit." And I fucking went there with the Sacred Iron, Blessed Strikes, and Spirit Pool, and just tanked the entire wave. Crows flying all over the fucking place. It did not matter. I walked out of that shit with full life. Whole fucking wave dead. Um, it's amazing for this particular build, for this particular application of how I would go about using this thing is a fucking 10 out of 10. Um, for me. It may not be that high for you guys. It may not be that good for you guys, but for that Juggernaut Samurai build, man, that thing's a fucking 10. If you use this thing properly, if you build around this legendary, it's a 10 out of 10. It's fucking phenomenal. Um, but I don't necessarily recommend it on every class, and I think it shines. I think the 10 out of 10 shines on the Samurai. Any other character, I don't think I would give it nearly as high of a score. Maybe an 8, right? Because you can still utilize it, but just don't use it on honor. But yeah, this thing is fantastic. Really, really, really slept on legendary, I think. But yeah, all right, guys, that's going to be it for this final legendary coverage for Brutally Honest for Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider smashing that like button. It really helps the algorithm, puts my content out there for anybody looking for Ghost. Really helps support the channel with literally one click, as well as subscribing. Guys, I'm almost at 1,000 subs. Please consider subscribing if you watch my content and enjoy my content to stay up to date on whenever I do go to post more additional Ghost of Tsushima videos. Again, I will still have some build videos coming out. I've got a Brutally Honest for each class coming out. My favorite builds for each character, some potential gameplay of me either soloing or duoing or playing with friends, whatever you guys would like to see, I will post on here for you. Do note that God of War Ragnarok is coming out in the future. I am 100% going to be covering that. Uh, let's be honest, guys. Ghost of Tsushima 2 is in the works. Um, I can't say that for sure, but it has to be, right? This game sold 9+ million copies. There's no fucking way Sony is letting that shit go. And with the Legends supported as long as it has been, it's literally just free content. You never had to buy it when you bought the game. Um, there's no way they're sleeping on the Legends 2. So if and when that shit comes out, best believe I'm going to be covering it again for you guys. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Much love. That's going to be it for this episode of Brutally Honest. I appreciate you guys coming out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces!